see what kind of craziness is happening. Oh my god.
Maybe.
Think bells. I'm gonna. Normally I would come all the way, especially if I was like changing clothes or something. But since I'm going to be walking extremely slowly. Okay. Oh my god. Interesting. Right, yeah, yeah, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Left leg. Alright, yeah. Hmm.
You three that know how to fly your craft, if you are we do, we will debrief you first. Should we take the fight to the ground, then I will speak directly with His Hybrists about that. For now, it's just disrupting their space flight. The single squad should do enough. We get rid of this unusual foe, we should be able to get some leeway.
Yeah, 3 of us can handle a fleet, right? We got it. You know what I mean?
Even fight.
At that point.
There are automated drones that they use, but those should be cakewalk. They're not smart, intelligent, they're mostly just follow simple orders. The main ones you have to look out for are the 4 units.
I have to break safety protocol.
Given the state of this situation, you use whatever methods and means necessary to eliminate targets with prejudice.
Understood, sir.
Acknowledged.
I believe you have some type of recording equipment in this room, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Then
Guys are always
debrief
listening.
is as follows. Possible reports of the 4 squad movements, with one sitting in a far-off sector as a watchdog, recon, yet also moving in for combat if necessary. Gatling lasers, most of them have equipped. Rapid fire but lack real range and movement. Front strafing movements only. 2 of their front dogs have burst las cannons. Fire slowly but effective at hull breaching, and fire laser torpedo rounds.
What's up, buddy?
One of them, given his more aggressive
Hey,
stature
yeah,
of the
hey.
columns, well, as a screamer pod rounds, fire and forget missiles, fires in groups volleys of 10s, do not have lock-on, but piercing enough of those into sides of the ships have been taking out some of our cruisers. The bigger the target, the better it is for him. We believe he holds 20 pods. 2 of them seem to have breacher rounds, smaller pods, fast lock-on, Think of airburst cannons. They fire shrapnel and explode on the sides rather than impact. Then we have our leader that seems to be leading the pack. Some type of point-lock tip banshees, he calls them. Lock on. They fire in 4 seconds or longer. Usually he waits for a turn or a movement, any type of loss in your momentum. Takes longer to arm,
Dragonspire
but
is X.
they are fast, and they are effective. They will aim for your wings. The one that takes up the rear, a little bit slower ship, more durable. Has a type of CV-227 Vega bombs, which are AP lock-on only. Granted, those are slow-traveling missile pods. They only need to get in proximity, but you can take them out by flare, counter-flare, or counter-fire, and detonate them early. They're dangerous, which is why he takes his time arming and setting up his shot. They've been effective at disarming, disabling, and then finishing off anybody who they combo with. Even though our formation works as a team, the minute they scatter, they're able to pull off and pick off targets one at a time. Even bracing and huddling up in our groups have not been effective with their data.
Alright, understood. Anything else for us?
There is a 5th unit that we set a watchdog. We have yet to confirm exactly what type of craft it is, but we have traces of more advanced technology on it. It's able to move more freely than a normal ship, able to stall itself mid-flight, change directions. We have our theories about it, but nothing confirmed so far, so we don't want to reach in. Definitely something armored. Not heavy, but fast.
Alright. And whenever we're all set to jump up on this op, we'll reach out to you directly or the Admiral.
I will leave you with my contact information, and I will report directly to the Admiral. She'll meet you on deployment time.
Do you think
have
by
any
chance
video?
you could keep...
Unfortunately, no. All squadron files were wiped. The one squadron that met combat was destroyed. Like I said, black boxes were taken. They cleaned up really nicely. The only thing we have is the comms that was sent during the combat.
Do you think by any chance you could update us with possible route info? Maybe we could try to get them when they're near an asteroid belt? Wouldn't hurt. Get some good cover.
We can do that. We know what sectors they are currently pushing forward towards, and that's the least we can do is offer you a chance to catch them in territory you would prefer.
Probably gonna have to. How's your ship looking?
Functional, but still, main weapons is the issue on mine. Secondaries work just fine.
Alright, cool. We can make it work. Can make it work. Alright. I think we got about all the info that we need there, sir. Well, go ahead and make sure to prep up a plan. Reach out to you directly once we're all set.
Roger that. One last thing. One of them seems to carry fuel pods for afterburning, and also items if he gets caught. So do be careful. Flying too close to him, you'll notice the yellow streaks.
Gotcha. Make sure to watch out for the fuel pods. Understood.
Other than classification of fighters and weaponry, we have nothing else to go off of, so fortunately that's it.
Gotcha.
No identities of
Oh,
any of,
really?
of any of the other pilots.
Other than aliases and calling cards that they leave behind. We'll pull together We've collected what we think matches each pilot, and we'll update you soon.
Hey, possible aces.
I'd be looking more at Nitro than me on this.
Oh, you have no idea.
Hey, possible aces.
You say that, but playing cards are common among them, and we'll piece things together for you. As of right now, the only one that recon goes by Squire. That's the only one we do know. Until then, we'll keep in touch.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
And once we clear this first one, we'll follow up with you ground forces. Captain Typus gets a debrief, and notates it.
Alright. Yes, sir.
Understood.
Me okay?
Alright. Yeah, heading out.
Why did he sound like a bag of shredded cheese?
You got
Yeah, his, yeah, very.
Through a tunnel.
I'm so glad you repeated what
Very
I
much so.
said.
good clutch on
You're
here.
welcome. Yeah, I know. I was trying.
I appreciated that C4 greatly.
So,
How are you doing, Penny?
Flyboy party?
Yeah.
Pirates.
Flyboy party?
Fine.
Hunting space pirates. We're gonna get paid.
You feeling better
So you
since
still have your,
The incident.
your...
No, whatever.
I mean, yeah.
It means a lot to
You
him.
had that
let him
on
Best I
do what he
can.
wants.
He had that on the entire meeting. The admiral
That's
knows
good.
where you work.
It's not the first bone I've broken,
No
so.
way he will.
And?
No way he will. Not with the
He
three of
doesn't get a
us.
discount?
glad I was at least there to
It's
help
a
it.
little
So
better with
This
a
isn't
bit of a
relevant.
Yeah. I just remember something about joking about drowning or something.
Fuck yeah, I am.
There
you did make that
go.
joke, yes.
What? How much crude does your ship
I
take?
take it I didn't drown.
minimum 2, maximum
Good.
6.
I might be able to give you a crash course on systems if you're willing, but
Oh.
it's a lot.
Did you still want me to look at your legs, or have you already
I'm
been
used
looked
to space.
at?
No one's looked yet.
Not used to space combat. They
Okay.
usually just deployed us to planets.
I mean, would you
Remember the,
like me to,
training
or
that you
would
were
you
helping me
prefer
with?
someone
We're gonna
with
need
Sure.
a bit more knowledge?
Do you know anything about
I can do
broken
my
bones
best, but I'm
healing?
going to be completely honest.
I mean, I know how to apply a splint. In terms of,
No, probably an
that seems like
X-ray.
it's already been treated.
Probably needs an X-ray. Don't touch it.
As you're flying by it.
Oh, no.
And the moment your hand hesitates and shakes,
I'm not
and your
that
body
dumb.
starts to shut down a little bit from the mind-breaking fear of watching the sound barrier break in front of you from a bullet. That's the moment when you.
I don't think they've
finally
actually
figure it out.
taught me how to
Dance
use
of
the
rubber
X-ray
bands
machine
around the asteroids and
100%.
around the mountains with the wind
So-
fluctuates, and
I'll
you
head out there
just
later
right
then.
across the side so you can get the one
Okay,
lane to do
my
it.
apologies.
Alright. You good?
Sorry.
Okay.
Little obsessive,
Yeah.
C4.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not obsessive. It's not obsessive. You need to understand when.
But still, glad to
Yeah.
hear that you're walking around. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, I guess.
Sees passion.
If at all
passion, yeah,
possible,
for sure. I got
if you can
Yeah.
recover any bodies,
Yeah, not that I can think of.
I can pull
Okay.
their memories from their
Hmm?
corpses, possibly get more information.
Alrighty.
Can your magic check
If they
things
leave a
out?
fucking ghost
Like an
on
X-ray?
the toxin.
Odds of a body remaining intact after all of
Not
this
necessarily in that regard, but I can at least use my magic to check and heal up any lingering effects if you'd like.
Look, I'm gonna be 100% with you. That's
Sure.
It's gonna be tough for me because I go for cockpit shots.
Smart.
That's the way to do
Either
it.
way, if possible to recover anything, I can help with further intel gathering.
The biggest issue that we're gonna run into for
There's
my
anything
ship is
lingering,
my weapons are still
her
not working.
healing would
Like the secondary
dull any
perfectly fine,
pains. It would
perfectly
work
fine
to
primary
repair any
guns,
damages
not
still lingering left over, any fractures and bruising and the like,
You fix them in 5 minutes.
depending on how bad it is for her. So
I mean, fuck. Wait, you
The
said
rare
Alright,
metals
yeah, that
needed to
at
fix
least
it's actually
the stuff-
helping.
The
I'm
rare
still
metals
hurting
needed
pretty
to
bad,
fix
but
the
now
stuff are expensive and hard to find.
yeah, it's a little better.
Unless you can pull some like magnetic
Um,
capacitors out your ass.
Probably a lot of bruising you've got in
Accelerating
there.
slugs to a very high speed is very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, how durable is your ship?
It's not like you need zero, right?
Oh, it can take a hit. It
Can you
take a hit.
also check my back?
Well, what about this?
After
Her magic would
everyone's
basically
kinda
go
gone
through
and
the entire
chilled out,
body.
we
Oh,
hit the
okay,
hangar
alright.
Sure.
and
Yeah.
fastens
For just for
switch.
ease of sake, yeah, it's just easier that way. But yeah.
Might slow her down a bit more.
You would still feel the effects basically across your body. It feels the way that I describe her healing. It's like when you go through like when you're like sitting in like warm water, it kind of like flowing over you. That's what it feels like.
She
to
would
you.
still ask because the pain's not changing back there, regardless of what you're doing here.
Okay.
Combat when you don't have
Okay.
thrusters.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have guns that can
I could
shoot?
definitely help with that.
She'll
I could
reach
get
behind
after
you
it.
and place her hand on the
You
back.
do obviously have the more
look
maneuverable
into it.
ships.
How's that?
Yeah. No, that's not doing anything.
For this, so.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
wait. I haven't gotten to
these
use
the
my
legs
space
better.
fire. You have laser too.
Should help
Yeah.
with walking around.
Spartan
Yeah,
laser,
fire
but
laser.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no, mine is definitely not a Spartan
Okay.
laser.
What happened to the back? Do you know?
Haven't fired that one.
Was it just more of like the impact of landing, or was it something else?
Point, click, wait a few seconds. It's
Uh,
experience. You'll love
yeah, it was probably like hitting the ground or something. Yeah.
We'll have to.
I can
but
put you.
Mhm.
I can put you through a couple.
Did you have it get looked at?
Not really that
adventures.
difficult because you
Um,
can technically
I
just
mean,
counter maneuver relatively easy so long as you do a stall maneuver. But we can't really do stall maneuvers in space. I mean, you can, but you look.
Yeah,
silly
yeah.
'cause you just
The meat
float.
rack. They looked at it.
It's kind of pointless.
Did they say anything?
Nah.
It
I'm not a
sounded like
fighter
one of them
pilot.
could do
He's been
non-linear
giving me
movement.
training. That's the best I can. That's the best I can say. Like
Hmm.
my job was to board ships and blow them up. No.
I can try and focus a bit more on that if you'd like, and see if it'll help.
Tell you my job
If you want me
wasn't
to.
Nah,
dogfight, but
it's fine.
a
It probably won't
pilot
help. It's good.
To even try to
You
get
sure?
into space, someone's trying to kill you.
Okay.
We can make it work. I mean, realistically, it does sound like they've got some
gonna
pretty
not let
scary
them understand
vessels,
that.
but if we can just catch them
Yeah,
off guard,
the leg feels better.
They do
Maybe
have
try to-
some
That's good.
impressive.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Oh, they're space pirates, of course they do. But the real question is do they know how to actually use it?
Exactly.
Okay,
technically,
the
if-
dangerous one sounded like the one that could do non-linear movement.
Anyone who can do
Also
nonlinear movement's going to be dangerous. Biggest thing for us is going to
True.
be if they allow us to map the route.
Non-linear ships usually have more exposed thrusters, though. We can capitalize
do.
on that. We could make short work of it.
Technically,
Things I don't necessarily understand. So I'm gonna go and head to the other room. Yeah, let them deliberate.
Without your permission.
I usually the assault's a
Do you
bell.
need any of those
Can you
safety
can you
overrides
help me
removed?
down?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Because
No,
anything
you're probably
holding you
right.
back is
Sure.
just.
Let me grab.
That depends on
Yep.
the
Listen,
scale.
I'll sit you down.
to be honest with you, Tiberius,
Thank you.
and I mean this very genuinely.
Of course.
I haven't been putting back in the safety latches. I've been putting on fake ones, so you stop yelling.
You know, I had a sinking for feeling that's what you were doing, but
They're
no,
a
I want to be
recommendation,
upset, but I'm
not.
He removed one.
I could see that happening.
Now you get into logistics and infrastructure of a prison. Prisoner you feed 3 meals a day, provide bedding, housing, what have you. Incorporate
That's
this into a
provided
large
that there is a
population.
species that needs more food.
Exactly. We're dealing with hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, for example. Especially in the collar neck of the woods. The infrastructure can get
You want anything?
Yeah, one of the Dr. Peppers.
I'm assuming it is the one labeled as such, yes?
Yeah, it's the sort of reddish brown can that says Dr. Pepper on it. Ah,
There you go.
thank you.
Of course. Remind me, I need to bring some tea from my home sometime. I'll make some for everyone.
Okay.
Good tea is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
From birth. Forcibly, yes, but for the betterment of society. Now this leads to a question that needs testing. What if you have someone afflicted with cyberpsychosis?
From what I thought with cyberpsychosis, that could be remedied with therapy and the physical limiters placed on their their cybernetics. This might actually be something Richard maybe might know something. Oh, sorry.
And there's stages. Sometimes they're too far gone.
That depends on the deterioration of the brain. A lot of cybernetics put a lot of stress on the brain, which basically means that they're not resting even when they sleep. You know what happens if you go without sleep for a long time? Your brain just starts to die.
I got rid of mine.
You had
That is primarily what happens to a lot of them.
Yeah, I lost my
The
arm.
expanded capability that comes with cybernetics
You grow a new
usually
one?
isn't meant for some of the brains of the people
Grown
that
and
are
grafted,
actually
pretty
using it.
much.
Nice.
At
What's
least
the
the
price
human brain
ratio
is
compared to
perfectly
like a
optimized for
cybernetic?
human limbs. When you
Someone
get
owes me a
expanded
favor.
capability, the brain doesn't know how to adapt to it, and it stresses out. And it continues to be stressed for every minute you're awake. If you expand on this stress, it's basically being attached to heavy machinery that gives you so much you can think about all the time, to the point where you can't sleep.
The RoboCop problem.
Torture.
Yeah, they go insane.
Seems I need
It's
to
like
watch
that
that
scene-
movie
There
to
are certain
understand what you
stages
said.
where you can recover them.
So
You
basically,
have to
police officer
replace
gets
what
killed, gets
cybernetics
his
they
brain put in a
have with
robot
things that
body.
have less capability.
He
Okay.
was receptive
Than
to the
the body that they were
technology and
originally
didn't go
born with.
insane, so he's actually able to.
You
They
give
try
them
to
a
do it again
prosthetic
with
that has no
other
feeling.
people, but they would go insane instantly.
Limited
'Cause
feeling.
they weren't used to the damn
No
technology.
weapon capabilities. No expanding parts. No
There's a
connection
reason
to the
why,
net or any sort of web.
Atom Smasher has so much.
You can
power, it's able to
recover some of them.
survive. It's built different, mentally.
That is for very specific types of cyberpsychosis. The ones that are induced from software, malware, them constantly having advertisement roll across their eyes even when they're trying to sleep, that has to be fixed from software, and then usually a lot of therapy.
I believe I read somewhere there was a society that was fearful of cyberpsychosis and synthetic uprisings. They did a full order destroying any, they called it thinking machine. And what they did to replace was they created an order. You were born and you were shown certain capabilities. You were inducted into this order. It functioned almost like a college. They pretty much trained you into doing calculations similar to a actual processor. Still walk, talks, and ate, drank, and carried conversation. You were still a person, but they trained you in these skills. And after you were assessed, you were assigned to a noble house to assist them in running their fiefs, I believe.
The brain
Probably doesn't exist
capable
inside
of immense
Federation space.
processing.
I've never heard of these.
They called them
going through
It took
menopause?
several hundred years.
No! You fucking.
Took several hundred years for them to create a computer with the same processing power as a single human brain.
God, there knows I love him.
No, that was the name of a drug from back home.
Something quicker than rehabilitation would be beneficial. These spheres, a bit rudimentary, but something like severance. That is quick, painless, available to everyone for a small sum.
What is a severance?
The conditioning of one's memories and synapses. Removing memories that are sour, replacing them with ones of your choice that are beneficial to you.
So a lie.
Fabricated. A friendly lie.
Or so, how does this still handle with a damaged brain?
That is a very good question, Charles, and one I've been trying to get past ethically for quite some time. I would love to condition such prisoners from the Guardian District. But alas, severance in itself with just the rich, replacing memories with better ones of their choosing, has proven to be very difficult with the more fanatic of groups, you could say. Ones that don't agree with it. Believe it to be manipulation. If you were subject to a traumatic experience, which you have, haven't you? Had the choice to take it out permanently, never remember it, and replace it with one that you were fond of. You merely would describe it to my scientists, and they would, like a puzzle piece, remove the blackened one, replace it with pearly white. Then is it a lie? If it is true to you?
It's more the fact of, wouldn't it still have an imprint on other events around your life, for example? Like, say, for example, someone was in a fire, and for the rest of their life, they have memories of avoiding open sources of heat, or rapid, strobing lights as if it was a fire. Wouldn't that still play into the confusion? Would that retroactively...
We would take necessary procedures to remove such things entirely. Your fear of fire, for instance, would be removed.
Muscle memories and
To a normal degree, of course. We don't want one walking into the flame.
Is this a service you're willing to offer now?
I have offered it for over a decade. It is inclusive, though. Most of my customers are from Upper Zafira. Keeping the price high keeps the dogs off my back. I only wish to provide it to everyone soon enough. They just need to understand its beneficial qualities.
To live as a monster or die as a good man, so you'd say.
In theory, and it would take quite the work, we could rehabilitate such a scarred mind into a fresh, new one. A murderer, for instance, a psychopath, fixed overnight. That is severance.
Has anyone we personally know, or someone we may have seen, gone under this procedure? That you'd show an example of?
You've met several of my employees.
I have.
Detective, as has Gildeer. I will not say names, but yes, you both have met subjects.
And this was a choice?
It was.
Understood.
But back to these spheres. Quite the interesting technology. If you get your hands on one, any of you, bring it by my headquarters. I would like to study it.
Reverse engineering it would be intriguing, to say the least.
Something more ethical than a simple catch and grab, forcibly mind control someone. I would think never of such a thing.
But to have it in something so compact and yet be so potent is
quite powerful. That anyone could use. Dangerous things. Imagine if one were to catch and enslave a political member or world leader of some sort. But who knows how these things work, and if they even work on everyone and everything. I doubt it.
I wonder if it works on people who don't even have a brain.
Excellent question.
Yes.
I don't have a brain.
I have a brain, but it's dead.
I think this is worth history.
My bones.
Step over.
My blood.
Bishop works alongside the HOA, so he may be able to provide some insight.
Keep me updated, Gildy.
Appreciated. I'll try to stay more involved.
Besides, I like to keep the practice of if it's a problem for the people of Orlando Saka. Give it time, it will end up being a problem for us too.
If you're looking for Tiberius, because that's probably how you got in here, he's in the
Why,
yeah.
yeah.
I think.
Let me find the fuck is that?
Gildeer, I'm on my way out. Do take care, my friend.
Come to see an old colleague.
Ezekiel. Merely stopping by, paying my business partners a visit.
As you do.
Grab.
Anyway, where's...
I hope the Federation ship's situation has been dealt with.
I'm on my way out, dear.
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out so I think about my birthday
like to make
party.
sure that everything's
I gotta ask if I should have one. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Also, take note of this, I never
A
want
bunch of
cybernetics.
sticklers, if you
Ever,
ask
ever,
me.
ever.
I'm glad you want it handled.
Okay. I don't know, people are weird.
Rules are rules, especially in
I
the
never,
space
ever, ever, ever,
marines.
ever want one.
You know how things are.
Never, ever.
Do we attach it here or do we attach it here?
Think about.
How does it work?
Such binding rules.
I don't know. Just I never,
Keep the
ever,
state
ever,
of
ever want
things,
one.
Even for the Federation.
So if I can't
What's going on?
say no to it,
To an
know
extent,
that I
I
don't
guess.
want it. Never, ever,
Let us
ever.
hope only to an extent. God save us if they were to bend those rules.
Yes, they hold quite the power, but they are simply a single force that holds jurisdiction over this area. There are but others.
If I'm allowed to have
Keep
a
each other
party,
in
do you
check,
think I should
so to
invite my class?
Everyone disappeared. I don't know where they went. They vanished.
Yeah, But as usual, if you need anything extra, feel free to ask me or Miss Hybris, or any of the other officers info around.
I shall. All has
Thank
been
you.
well, though.
Please, try to keep it to the officers, thank you. We have to,
I
you know,
shall.
after all, keep track of everything our agents are up to.
Ah.
Should be, unless they're still discussing flight tactics and
A few eavesdroppers.
Well, I don't really want to, you know.
Sometimes,
stick my nose
yes.
where I'm not
Granted, everybody wants to know what other agents are currently involved in. What?
I'm assuming
Fear of
Nothing I
missing
have
out,
said
sadly
is
say.
of too much importance this evening. I hope they won't take everything seriously.
The Federation Brigade, one of the
You know the
Federation or something like
protocols.
that came
Charles
about.
let me know something that's really, really hilarious, but also mad today. He probably already told you, but he told me.
Very well,
Oh
as a
my
guide.
god.
Yeah,
He's not
wanted to
techie
speak
for
with
how.
us
As usual, Mr. McKay.
I'm on my way out. Do
some pirate activity or something.
Alright, well,
Big boomy boom.
If you three will excuse me, I need to make another call.
See you later.
Have a good evening, Mr. McKay.
You as well, John. Joe?
Joe.
Joe.
Let's see.
You look kind of distasteful.
Hopefully he comes back after the call. I have to ask him if I can have a party.
Your name is so
Take
easy. There's
care.
only 3 letters. How do you?
My
Never mind.
headache grows 3 more sizes.
He does it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Take care, Serial.
Imagine having a name that sounds like
You're
just
heading
one
out
letter.
yourself.
Portrait paper.
No, it
Yes.
was the whole.
You.
I have never really been to the
See you
Zero
sometime
District,
soon,
District
perhaps.
Zero that much, but I heard about. He literally had no
Perhaps in the
comment.
company of
I
another.
just told me. Someone told me publicly that there's literally a magic.
Yeah?
They called it a magic nuke running around. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's public information with that one.
Both of you.
It's public? Okay, gotcha. I figured it was public because the people are just saying
Well,
it.
yeah, it's public now because you literally told everybody when we were standing over there.
No, it's been
I didn't care.
a month now.
Yeah.
It's a handheld device, presumably Magitech in nature, that is meant to be concealed.
I'm sorry, did you just say K and L?
With thermonuclear? No. No, it's not Karima. He and Hephaestus actually were planning on making an explosive recently. I stopped that.
Thermonuclear?
I stopped that. I'm
Like
talking to
hydrogen level bomb?
Oh no, well
Oh yeah, Hephaestus invited Mom to that when she was a kid.
but
City bomb.
I think they're
Was it destroy infrastructure and mega
I
buildings?
should probably let her know then.
And the company involved
Bye,
doesn't even want
Garfield.
y'all to help?
Yeah,
That's so
had the
stupid to me.
Experience of
Like,
being
I'm not gonna touch
involved
that with a
with
10-foot
that.
pole.
That was in
Although someone told me I could touch it with a 2-foot
giant
pole, and I'm
one.
like, I don't think I deal with nukes.
Doesn't
It's
talk
not
much
on
except
my
when
pay
giving out
grade.
his, orders
Are nukes in
and-
your pay grade? Are nukes in your pay? Oh, they left.
Still concerning.
With keeping an ear to ground, there are rumors if there's more than just one.
Yes, but they deal with that on a daily basis. It's chaos out inside of
Hezekiah.
walls, apparently. Yes.
Terribly sorry for interrupting.
Tyler's getting the go
My
around.
guest,
Might
Miss
surprise a
Elliott,
little bit, Blue, yeah.
is interested
getting shown
in
the
staying
place.
and
Anyway.
looking around a little bit. I do hold full responsibility for her, so if anything happens...
We got space outside.
But she is a very well individual.
Space.
You know,
I've never been in space before.
Departs the station.
Mr. McKay here, like literally we have the same crew that went there the first time. Minus one. Who was the fourth? Who was our fourth?
We have a nice
Or was it
pool
just
table
us?
there. I regularly
Just
went at,
stay
I
so long as
promise.
you leave at an appropriate
Pants back
hour.
together.
There's the kitchen.
Okay.
Yo,
So
food.
if you want to
Food. This area is basically the only restricted area on the cathedral. Only core agents and officers can go back there. Unless
Restricted
you know,
just is another word for like you can go here, but with words. I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer you'd stay out, but you know, unless invited in, of course.
assist if need be.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this is
Not very good at it.
big room.
It's fine. At least there's some type of holds that she can show you that I can't.
That's true. Give me the good one so I can beat him. I mean, what?
Who said that? What?
I can't believe Tyler's
Okay.
getting
In your
called.
dreams, I am going to
didn't
go
get
and
crap when I got
return
here.
home myself and check on her. She got very
I'm chasing.
nervous and scared about the Federation. Other things.
I heard
I took her to my home.
Oh no, you got it. Okay, got it.
Let me question for you. I've always been curious but never had opportunity to ask. Do you count as a cleric?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a grave cleric.
Grave cleric?
Yeah.
And I take it that is different from necromancy, yes?
Yeah, it's very different from necromancy, but I mean, there's some overlap. I mean, my magic's necrotic.
Let me see then. Your magic's necrotic, but you prefer the natural order.
Yeah, my deity. Rejoss. Yeah. Spirits, when someone dies, their spirit should be severed and they stay dead. Yeah, the whole scythe thing is sort of cliche, but it works. It's symbolic. Cutting the threads of souls to make sure that they don't stay connected to bodies and things don't get reanimated.
Always wanted to ask because I've always met the dichotomy of necromancers, those that try recreating, reanimating, and what have you, and then those that are more of, I would say, your ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a crash course when I went off for training for a while and then came back, and you probably know Scaris here. He's a necromancer, so spent months being told how all that's evil and bad and abomination and kill this, kill that kind of thing, and
you're face to face with it.
Yeah, there's with everything there's gray area. There's some people that are very black and white, but I mean, honestly, there's gray area with everything.
When I was dealing with that whole Plague Lord business, I did the approach of know your enemy. So I started doing research, books, scrolls, whatever I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
It came to a necromancy. It's always a weird business. You could tell based off of, I would say, the author or the source of the material, which path they took.
Yeah, intent has a lot to do with it. There's gotten to the point where there's a few times that I've seen some things he's done with souls that I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I could believe it was him that did that. Sort of fucked up shit with souls and the way that they're connected.
Been wanting to ask her for some time, especially after meeting Alma. I have a due to the whole research with Gregor thing, I have a fascination with necromancers, I suppose. I like to poke or talk shop.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of ruffled some feathers trying to get a look at the staff he was using.
The scythe.
Yeah, well, it was the staff of Orcus that he yeah,
I'm not surprised that ruffled feathers. Many probably just went, hey, way too powerful artifact, and shut it down there, I guess.
yeah, but understanding it.
No, go ahead. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt. Mine's completely silly. Never mind.
I had no interest in having it or controlling it, just understanding.
I remember because you were asking me about it back then. That was when all that was
I don't think he's coming back. I think he's stuck with me.
With Oliver, right?
Yeah, Oliver,
the soul merger.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't remember how much I told you, but yeah, his those threads are tangled. And from what I've learned and talked to the high priest, just going it with a scythe or some rudimentary blade like that's not surgical, and really good chance that wouldn't turn out good for anyone.
Oliver. I'm sorry. What was the other man's name? I can't believe I'm forgetting that.
Nah, it's alright. Was it? I think it was Char or Charis. Char. Yeah.
I think it was Char.
Yeah.
Get her either one of them or make that mashing together worse.
Is him doing a phone call his equivalent of getting milk?
Kind of.
It happens a lot.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be doing just fine right now. I told him that if it gets worse to let me know. I did get a lead that there's a couple camps of Orcus cultists around, and the whatever you call the person in charge of the group or whatever, not like a high priest or something, but they have daggers blessed by Orcus. That's that was the lead I was going on.
That sounds like a lead.
Yeah, but with way people reacting when I was talking about Orcus and stuff, I decided to lay back on it. Yeah.
And if you're still interested, Charles might be able to help you. I know you two are close. You'd see the sense in it. Least I'd like to say.
I guess so. He's yeah, I wouldn't call us close, but I mean He's always been kind. Yeah.
Regards you as close, I know that. He and I have had words about things of, not to be paranoid, but, God forbid something happens and we need to get people out of the fear or something, right? Believe, with Charles there, some of his highest priorities of getting people out, you're one of them. That he'd like to see safe.
Well,
that means anything.
I mean, it's, he's always been a bit overbearing with his caring, yeah.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, he wrote a 3-chapter apology when he, tried to give me vegetable soup once. I just didn't want the vegetarian shit. He freaked out. It was funny.
That's very you.
Yeah, that is very him.
What's
your 3-chapter apology after you try to give me that vegetarian soup?
3 paragraphs, not 3 chapters.
It was also written on receipt paper, so it was like 13 feet long.
Yeah. Probably not my brightest moment in the box.
Sure as shit memorable.
Yep.
I tried. That's all.
You, yeah, you tried really hard.
Is the training room open? Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. They don't usually lock it down, so.
That I know is there.
Ready?
Yeah, just don't.
That's why they were having that Federation briefing.
Oh yeah, the feds are gone. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Thank God, I'm not a huge fan of feds.
They're probably still talking about spaceships and stupid alphas and batteries and maneuvers and stuff. Not my cup of tea.
We were lucky to have a cow to ride on, so that's most certainly not my wheelhouse at all.
My feet belong on ground, personally. I say that while on a space station, I know, but...
You're grounded.
I mean, this is...
Relatively speaking.
It's like a building as opposed to a boat, so... I mean, you're more grounded here than on, say, like, Bell's ship.
Used to Reds. Never quite get over that.
I don't know if Red has the same kind as Bell, but I never got used to it, but it's pretty nice. Should put a heating lamp in there for me. That was pretty cool.
Red's ship is, it's a... I don't know how to compare it. I know they called it a Venator.
That's a capital class
Does it
ship.
have like a hallway that goes in a big circle?
No, but the middle section opens up into a hangar.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a lot bigger than
like your
what Bell
set meat.
has.
Well, I mean, it's not a set me, it's a G3, but
Yeah.
It's a decent gun. Man, as far as I understand, those capital ships are like, it's not an arrowhead necessarily, but it's more of a pointed-ish shape.
Yeah, this one's like a circle with a cockpit and a couple places with the guns. I used to sleep down on one of them.
I've been on it.
Oh yeah, you were there for the whole hospital thing, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We got you out and we help folk.
Yeah, when necromancers go wrong.
There's a trend with that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Scaris is the only one that I don't... that I know that hasn't done a fucky. As far as I know.
While on plane, pretty much every necromancer I've ever come across has just been pain. Just
except Scaris.
Not fun. Not great. I'm not gonna lie. My dumb brain doesn't process that as necromancy because zombies aren't popping up out of the ground made of purple and trying to kill me. It's probably... No, it is necromancy.
I guess you could look at it more of like a bone mage.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe.
But where does he get his bones from?
Where does all magic come from?
Well, mine
yes, the weave, but how does that work?
comes from my goddess.
Right. Clerics too, yeah. Warlocks comes from their patron. Sorcerers, their blood.
I knew
Wizards from beating their head at a book.
Silverus is a plant person. Where he's from, they worship a god named Grenth. And instead of just blessings, the god of giving them the ability to do so, they practice an ability of converting energy upon death, almost like wielding life force, and using that energy to create or conjure.
Does doing that consume the soul?
No. It looks like it's an energy that's a byproduct of the soul leaving the body, it seems.
Then, yeah, that'd be alright, I guess.
It's interesting they're able to take that energy and use it as almost like a mage armor, but it looks like a reaper's cowl. It's kind of funny in the stereotype sense.
Yeah. My leg and back are killing me, so I'm gonna go lie down.
You have a good one.
Sorry, I took a look at it. It's all good.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad she was able to help. I was meaning to thank her for it, but I think she's already had to bet herself, so.
Yeah. And I didn't drown, so extra bonus.
The extra bonus.
Yeah. Safe travels. Good night.
Good night.
That was nice that Gildir and Penny got to do some catching up on what was going on with Oliver and the Orcus stuff and the Gregor stuff. I don't know if Penny's ready to ask for Charles's help with that stuff, but the big thing is I need to reach out to Hearn, because Hearn, I believe, owns that lore. Definitely the Plague Doctor lore. So I might reach out to Pardue and be like, say like, hey, can you who should I talk to see if this can be organized? But holy fuck. I am sweating like something that sweats a lot. A stuck pig. I'm sweating like a stuck pig. So I'm going to call it a night and try to cool off. Yeah. I need to redo the map and put doors on here and make Penny's room the first one. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well. Cat's out of the bag. I am starting a roleplay called Arkan RP. Or Arkan Pole RP. Arkan is Dooch for the Ark. And it is going to be a transportation hub. As explained, there's plenty of docks for spaceships of various sizes. And there'll be teleportation anchors. Yeah, that's fine. Beginner-friendly RP. We'll have head staff and staff, and then, oh god, she had this face this entire time. Oh my god. Oh wow. No more, PL lobbies. I have left the